Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode, and today we are going to do what I have been trying to do for the last couple episodes. Today we are going to frag as much as I can from this tank because everything right now is overgrown. It's starting to cut flow off from corals. There's not much flow in my tank anymore because all these big old sticks that you see everywhere are just blocking all the water, and I have no more room for other coral. So we're going to go ahead and get started and chop everything up. So the first coral on the chopping block is going to be this guy right here. As you can see, this plating coral right here is starting to grow into it. It's kind of hard to see, but it is basically getting murdered. The right side is starting to creep up and it's going to kill that stick. So we're going to go ahead and cut that off and get it onto a separate plug. It sucks because it already started to encrust, but hey, what are you going to do? I might as well just save a little piece before it takes out the entire chunk and I lose everything. Well, that didn't go as planned. It looks like the whole thing just decided to break off. Oh well, we'll just go ahead and keep fragging. So that's how the green slimer will look for now. I didn't mean to break off that whole piece, but it's okay. It'll just give it more room to grow back. And I just threw the rest of it in the frag tank. I'll frag that or deal with it later, whichever. And you can see all the pieces now that I have everywhere. So we'll get those onto plugs soon enough. And yeah, we'll keep going. Bigger than I thought. I was thinking softball, but I've never really viewed it from the top. It's like mini basketball size. Okay, well, I'll try to get it out without it falling to pieces because I don't know how structurally sound it is, but we'll give it a shot. So one of the more parts of the tank I've been anxious to get to are these clove polyps. I had originally had it on that one little frag disc you see on the bottom right. I didn't think it would grow just because you don't really see clove polyps grow on glass, and it's been there a few years, but slowly over the last couple months, it's decided screw it and started to grow on there. So I want to try to get it off without damaging the seal on the corner. How I plan to do that is just taking my little magnet scraper here and just going at it, and we'll kind of just see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't like release any toxins or anything crazy, but I just want to get that out of here. I don't even care if it lives or not. I just don't want it on that back glass just getting worse. And that's the original piece there. It's on a magnet. It's been there for quite a while, but shake off some of these bristle worms before I get stung. We'll just leave that guy on the side there and just keep going on it, scraping. And there we go. It's all come off as one piece. There's a little bit of algae on it, but yeah, I should be able just to transfer this to the tank. And I should be able to put these on a couple discs and just have it grow on the disc. But that's pretty cool. It just comes off as one sheet, kind of like those little green star polyps. Well, we'll get this over to the tank first, and we'll chop them off up a little later. Now, one of the pieces I've been itching to mess with, if it focuses, is this. Ooh, wow, this thing's horrible. There we go. Is this pink millie? I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. It's pink and it's green, so it's a pink millie. But I don't really want to cut the branches off this thing yet, but I do right here want to get this little part off. So what this is actually one of these. It's a dead snail. This one's alive, you know, it's still stuck there. But this is a dead snail that the shell happened to get stuck right there, and the SPS just grew right over it. So I've been meaning to pry this guy off for like the longest time, and it just keeps growing and growing on it. So let me see if I can kind of wedge this guy out, maybe. Ooh, I don't want to break the whole coral, but let's see. There we go. Just kind of gotta finesse it a little bit. I think that might have done it. Let's see. Yeah, it's moving freely. Let's just pull this guy. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a nice looking coral right there. I mean, as far as millies, I think this is pretty common. But look at that, that's kind of cool. You could barely tell it even came out. It was just right there. Bloop. Yeah, can't wait to get that in. All right, so I've moved pretty much everything that I want to from the main tank, minus a couple things. We'll get to those in later episodes, but all the kind of the bigger stuff I wanted to get rid of from that main tank I brought into this one. So you did see I had that big old green slimer that broke off, unfortunately. That sucker was like a good 14, 15, 16 inches long, and like more like 5 or 6 inches wide. I actually ended up selling that entire piece just all together, just get rid of it, because I don't really need that many frags. As you can see in this tank, starting from the left here, I have all those other smaller green slimer frags that I ended up cutting up. I have whatever kind of tort or something that is, which is the same as that tort. I think it's like a blue tort, Oregon tort, some kind of tort. It's the same thing, but that one's been in the shadows for like the longest time ever. So it's kind of colored out. You can see there are the tips right there. It kind of has its color back. We got a purple digi that's been in pieces for a while, some other miscellaneous frags, and I got these guys. A couple more of these guys. They drop off babies every few months, but those are one of my favorites right there. I have a few more in this little frag rack that I had built. We have a bird's nest that I have on like a orange highlighted frag plug, and just some other miscellaneous stuff. I'll spend the next couple days to really, organize everything. Everything's just kind of all over the place because I just wanted to throw it into this tank to get rid of it. We have that huge, big forest fire digi colony that was broken up. That's just all on this right here right now. There was another big chunk. I sold that one too, along with the green slimer. And then just starting along the bottom, I have these blue, they're not blue, these Clove polyps. This guy's like a foot long. It's that sheet that I took off the back glass. I'm gonna sell that in the next few days for cheap as well. So whoever gets that, that's pretty good size piece. That's a lot of cloves too. I'm only gonna sell it for like 40 bucks. Right here we have some of our toadstools that we moved from the other tank. And then this orange passion, some kind of a passion. Yeah, that's the one that was getting killed by that other coral, so he's on his own plug now. I hope he's gonna grow out. And then I have this little pink millie. That color is just so good, even in this crappy lighting. And I cannot wait for that to grow out. I don't think I'm gonna move that little chunk on the front of it off. I'm just gonna leave it as is. I think that'll help it grow faster, but we'll go ahead and see. But yeah, pretty much at least 90% of everything that I wanted to frag is now in this tank. So in the next few days, we'll get all of it cleaned up. There's a couple more colonies that I want to frag up, so we'll get to that at some point as well. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.